வலது உள்ளங்கை நடுவுல நம்ம என்ன உணர்வோம்? மெதுவாக வலது கை மடக்கி கொண்டு வருவோம். ஸ்ரீ மாதாஜி, தயவு செய்து இன்றைய தியானத்துக்கு அனுமதியை தந்து வழி நடத்துங்கள் தாயே. மெதுவாக நம்முடைய கண்களை மூடி கவனம் சகஸ்ராரம் 3 மகாமந்திரத்தை கூறுவோம். ஓம் त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री महालक्ष्मी महासरस्वती महाकाली त्रिगुणात्मिका कुंडलिनी साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देवी नमो नमः। ओम त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री कल्की साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देवी नमो नमः। ओम त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री कल्की साक्षात् श्री सहस्रार स्वामिनी मोक्षप्रदायिनी माताजी श्री निर्मला देवी नमो नमः। மெதுவாக சுஷும்னா வழியாக கவனம் மூலாதார சக்கரம் श्री गणेश मंत्र। ओम त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री गणेश साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देवी नमो नमः। மெதுவாக 2 கைகளும் பூமி தாய் மீது வைப்போம். ஸ்ரீ மாதாஜி, ஸ்ரீ ஆதி பூமி மாதா, தயவு செய்து எங்களுடைய ஸ்தூல சரீரமும் சூக்ஷ்ம சரீரத்தை பாதிக்கிற எல்லா விதமான தோஷங்கள், பாதாக்கள், எதிர்மறைகளை தாங்களுக்குள் இழுத்துக் கொள்ளுங்கள். ஸ்ரீ மாதாஜி, நாங்கள் தெரிந்தோ தெரியாமலோ செய்த தவறுகளை மன்னித்து அருளுங்கள் தாயே. தாங்கள் மீது எங்களுடைய பாதங்கள் வைத்து கடப்பதற்கு எங்களுக்கு மன்னித்து அருளுங்கள். ஸ்ரீ பூமி மாதாவோட பொறுமையும் சகிப்புத்தன்மையும் எங்களுக்கு தந்தருளுங்கள் தாயே. आदि भूमि माता साक्षात्। ओम त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री आदि भूमि माता साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देवी नमो नमः। இடா நாடியை தூய்மைப்படுத்துவோம். இடது கை மடி மீது, வலது கை பூமி தாய் மீது இருக்கட்டும். கவனம் இடா நாடி. 2 கைகளும் சஹஸ்ராரத்தில் கவனத்தை வைப்போம். ஸ்ரீ மாதாஜி, தயவு செய்து எங்களுடைய இடா நாடிக்குள் வாருங்கள். எங்களுடைய இடா நாடியை பாதிக்கிற தமோ குணத்தோடு எல்லா விதமான எதிர்மறைகளை பூமி மார்க்கமாக நீக்கிவிடுங்கள் தாயே. எங்களுக்குள் உள்ள சோம்பல், சோர்வை, துக்கம், வலி, பயம், குற்ற உணர்வு, அசுத்த இச்சைகள், மமகாரம், முழுமையாக நீக்கிவிடுங்கள். எங்களுடைய இடா நாடியை தூய்மைப்படுத்துங்கள். தூய விருப்பத்தை தந்தருளுங்கள் தாயே. ஸ்ரீ மகாகாளி, ஸ்ரீ பைரவரோடு எல்லா குணங்களும் சக்திகளையும் எங்களுக்கு தந்தருளுங்கள். பிங்களா நாடியை தூய்மைப்படுத்துவோம். வலது கை மடி மீது, இடது கை ஆகாயத்தை நோக்கி வைத்து கவனம் பிங்களா நாடி. ஸ்ரீ மாதாஜி, தயவு செய்து எங்களுடைய பிங்களா நாடிக்குள் வாருங்கள் தாயே. எங்களுடைய பிங்களா நாடியை பாதிக்கிற ரஜோகுணத்தோடு எல்லா விதமான எதிர்மறைகளையும் ஆகாய மார்க்கமாக நீக்கிவிடுங்கள். எங்களுக்குள் உள்ள கோபம், அகங்காரம், மமத்துவம், கர்த்தாபாவம் எல்லாவற்றையும் முழுமையாக நீக்கிவிடுங்கள். எங்களுக்குள் உள்ள அதிகப்படியான உஷ்ணத்தையும் வாயு மார்க்கமாக நீக்கிவிடுங்கள். எங்களுடைய பிங்களா நாடியை தூய்மைப்படுத்துவோம். ஸ்ரீ மகா சரஸ்வதி, ஸ்ரீ ஹனுமானோட எல்லா குணங்களும் சக்திகளையும் எங்களுக்கு தந்தருளுங்கள் தாயே. இடது கை மடக்கி கொண்டு வருவோம். கவனம் சுஷும்னா நாடி. ஸ்ரீ மாதாஜி, தயவு செய்து எங்களுடைய சுஷும்னா நாடிக்குள் வாருங்கள். எங்களுடைய சுஷும்னா நாடியை தூய்மைப்படுத்துங்கள். எல்லா விதமான தடைகளையும் முழுமையாக நீக்கிவிடுங்கள். சத்துவ குணத்தோடு நிரப்பி விடுங்கள் தாயே. தியானத்துக்கு தேவையான சமநிலையை தந்தருளுங்கள். எங்களுடைய கவனம் நிகழ்காலத்தில் இருக்க அருள் புரியுங்கள் தாயே. ஸ்ரீ மகாலட்சுமி, ஸ்ரீ கணேஷாவோட எல்லா குணங்களும் சக்திகளையும் எங்களுக்கு தந்தருளுங்கள். சமநிலை அடைஞ்சிருக்கோமான்னு கவனிப்போம். 2 கைகளும் மடியிலேந்து மேல கொஞ்சம் உசத்தி வைத்து 2 உள்ளங்கை விரல்களில் குளுமையான நுண்ணதுகள் உணர்வோமான்னு கவனிப்போம். அப்படியும் நம்மளால உணர முடியலன்னா நம்மளுக்குள் உள்ள எல்லா விதமான சிந்தனைகளை, விருப்பங்களை ஸ்ரீ மாதாஜியிடம் சமர்ப்பிப்போம். முழுமையாக சமர்ப்பிப்போம். வெறுமையாக இருப்போம். அன்னையோட அன்பும் ஆசீர்வாதமும் பெற. இரண்டு கைகளும் மடக்கி கொண்டு வருவோம். கவனம் மூலாதார சக்கரம். ஸ்ரீ மாதாஜி தாங்களே சாட்சாத் ஸ்ரீ கணேசாவாக எங்களுடைய மூலாதார சக்கரத்தில் அமர்ந்திருக்க வேண்டும். தயவு செய்து தூய்மையும் மங்களத்தோடு எங்களுடைய மூலாதார சக்கரத்தை நிரப்பி விடுங்கள். ஸ்ரீ கணேசாவோட பணிவும் பண்பும் எங்களுக்கு தந்தருளுங்கள் தாயே. தூய குழந்தை உள்ளத்தை தந்தருளுங்கள். எங்களுக்குள் ஸ்ரீ கணேச தத்துவத்தையும் முழுமையாக நிலைநிறுத்தி செயல்படுத்துங்கள். ஸ்ரீ கணேசா தருசேஷை கூறுவோம். ஓம் நமஸ்தே கணபதயே त्वमेव प्रत्यक्षं तत्त्वमसि त्वमेव केवलं कर्तासि त्वमेव केवलं धर्तासि त्वमेव केवलं हर्तासि त्वमेव सर्वं खल्विदं ब्रह्मासि त्वं साक्षादात्मासि नित्यं हृदं वच्मि सत्यं वच्मि अवत्वं मामवक्तारम् अवशोतारम् अवदातारम् अवधातारम् अवानुचानमवशिष्यम् अवपश्चातात् अवपुरस्तात् अवोत्तरातात् अवदक्षिणातात् अवचोद्वातात् अवाधरातात् सर्वतो मां पाहि पाहि समन्तात् त्वं वाङ्मयस्त्वं चिन्मयः त्वम् आनन्दमयस्त्वं ब्रह्ममयः त्वं सच्चिदानन्दाद्वितीयोऽसि त्वं प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्मासि त्वं ज्ञानमयो विज्ञानमयोऽसि सर्वं जगदिदं त्वत्तो जायते सर्वं जगदिदं त्वत्त सृष्टति सर्वं जगदिदं त्वयि लयमेष्यति सर्वं जगदिदं त्वयि प्रत्येति त्वं भूमिरापो नलो नीलो नभः त्वं चत्वारि वाक्पदानि त्वं गुणत्रयातीतः त्वं देहत्रयातीतः त्वं कालत्रयातीतः त्वं मूलाधारस्थितोऽसि नित्यं त्वं शक्तित्रयात्मकः त्वां योगिनो ध्यायन्ति नित्यं त्वं ब्रह्मा त्वं विष्णुस्त्वं रुद्रस्त्वम् इन्द्रस्त्वम् अग्निस्त्वं वायुस्त्वं सूर्यस्त्वं चन्द्रमास्त्वं ब्रह्मभूर्भुवस्वरों गणादीं पूर्वमुच्चार्य वर्णादीं तदनन्तरम् अनुस्वार परतरः अर्धेन्दुलसितं तारेण रुद्धम् एतत्तव मनुस्वरूपं सकार पूर्वरूपम् अकारो मध्यमरूपम् अनुस्वार शान्त्यरूपम् बिन्दुरुत्तररूपम् नाद संधानम् संहिता संधिः सैषा गणेश विद्या गणकऋषिः निश्रुतगायत्री छन्दः गणपतिर्देवता ॐ गं गणपतये नमः एकदन्ताय विद्महे वक्रतुण्डाय धीमहि तन्नो दन्ति प्रचोदयात् एकदन्तं चतुर्हस्तं पाशमङ्कुशधारिणं हृदं च वरदं हस्तैर्बिभ्राणं मूषकध्वजं रक्तं लम्बोदरं शूर्पकर्णकं रक्तवाससं रक्तगन्धानुलिप्ताङ्गं रक्तपुष्पैर्सुपूजितं भक्तानुकम्पिनं देवं जगत्कारणमच्युतम् आविर्भूतं च सृष्टयाद्धौ प्रकृते पुरुषात् परम् एवं ध्यायति यो नित्यं स योगी योगिनां वरः नमो रात्रपतये नमो गणपतये नमः प्रमथपतये नमस्ते अस्तु लम्बोदराय एकदन्ताय विघ्ननाशिने शिवसुताय श्रीवरदमूर्तये नमो नमः। साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माता जी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। மெதுவாக நம்முடைய கவனம் மூலாதாரம் श्री कुंडलिनी गौरी माता साक्षात् ॐ त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री कुंडलिनी गौरी माता साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माता जी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। மெதுவாக நம்முடைய கவனம் சுவாதிஷ்டான சக்கரம் श्री माता जी தாங்களே சாட்சாத் ஸ்ரீ பிரம்மதேவ சரஸ்வதி உங்களுடைய கவனத்தை தூய்மைப்படுத்துங்கள். தூய ஞானத்தை தந்தருளுங்கள். மெதுவாக நம்முடைய கவனம் நாபி சக்கரத்துக்கு கொண்டு வருவோம். ஸ்ரீ மாதாஜி தாங்களே சாட்சாத் ஸ்ரீ லக்ஷ்மி நாராயணா எங்களுக்குள் திருப்தி அமைதியும் சந்தோஷமும் தந்தருளுங்கள் தாயே. எங்களுடைய குடும்பமும் பொருளாதார நிலையை நலமாக வைத்திருங்கள். அன்பு சந்தோஷம் மகிழ்ச்சியோடு நிரப்பி விடுங்கள் தாயே. வலது கை நம்மளுடைய நாபியில் வைத்து ஸ்ரீ சுக்தத்தை கூறுவோம். ஓம் हिरण्यवर्णां हरिणीं सुवर्णरजस्रजां चन्द्रां हिरण्मयीं लक्ष्मीं जातवेदो महावः तां महावः जातवेदो लक्ष्मीम् अनपगामिनीं यस्यां हिरण्यं विन्देयं गामश्वं पुरुषानहम् अश्वपूर्वां रथमध्यां हस्तिनादप्रबोधिनीं श्रियं देवीम् उपव्ये श्रीर्मा देवी जूषताम् ॐ कामसोऽस्मितां हिरण्यप्राकाराम् आर्द्रां ज्वलन्तीं तृप्तां तर्पयन्तीं पद्मे स्थितां पद्मवर्णां कामह्य उपव्ये श्रियं चन्द्रां प्रभासा यशसा ज्वलन्तीं श्रियं लोके देवजूष्टामुदारां तां पद्मिनीं शरणम् अहं प्रपद्यामहे अलक्ष्मीर्मे नश्यतां त्वामृणे आदित्यवर्णे तपसोऽधिजातो वनस्पतिस्तव वृक्षो अथ बिल्वः तस्य फलानि तपसा नुदन्तु मायान्तरायाश्च बाह्या अलक्ष्मीः उपैतुं मां देवसखः कीर्तिश्च मणिना सह पादुर्भूतो अस्मि राष्ट्रे अस्मिन् कीर्तिं वृद्धिं ददातु मे शुद्धीपसामलां ज्येष्ठाम् अलक्ष्मीं नाशयाम्यहम् अभूतिमसमृद्धिं च सर्वां निर्नुद मे गृहात् गन्धद्वारां दुरादर्शां नित्यपुष्टां करीषिणीम् ईश्वरीं सर्वभूतानां तामह्य उपव्ये श्रियं मनसः काममाकूतिं वाच सत्यमशिमहि पशूनां रूपमन्नस्य मयि श्रीशयतां यशः कर्दमेन प्रजाभूता मयि सम्भव कर्दमः श्रियं वासय मे कुले मातरं पद्ममालिनीम् आपः सृजन्तु स्निग्धानि चिकलितवसमे गृहे निजदेवीं मातरं श्रियं वासय मे कुले आर्द्रां पुष्करिणीं पुष्टिं पिङ्गलां पद्ममालिनीं चन्द्रां हिरण्मयीं लक्ष्मीं जातवेदो महावः आर्द्रां यक्कर्णीं यष्टिं सुवर्णां हेममालिनीं सूर्यां हिरण्मयीं लक्ष्मीं जातवेदो महावः तां महावः जातवेदो लक्ष्मीम् अनपगामिनीं यस्यां हिरण्यं प्रभूतं गावो दास्यो अश्वान् विन्देयं पुरुषानहम् यशुचिः प्रयतो भूत्वा जुहुयात् आज्यम् अन्वहम् श्रीसूक्तं पञ्चदशं श्रीकामं सततं जपेत् पद्मानने पद्मवित् पद्मपत्रे पद्मप्रिये पद्मदलायताक्षी विश्वप्रिये विश्वमनोनुकूले त्वत्पादपद्मं मयि सन्निधस्व पद्मानने पद्म ऊरु पद्माक्षी पद्मसंभवे तन्मे भजसि पद्माक्षी येन सौख्यं लभाम्यहम् अश्वदायी गोदायी धनदायी महाधने धनं मे जूषतां देवी सर्वकामांश्च देहि मे पुत्रपौत्रं धनं धान्यं हस्यत्वादिगवे रथं प्रजानां भवसी माता आयुष्मन्तं करोतु मे धनमग्निर्धनं वायुर्धनं सूर्यो धनं वसुः धनमिन्द्रो बृहस्पतिर्वरुणो धनमश्विनः वैनतेय सोमं पीबतु वृत्तः सोमं धनस्य सोमिनो मह्यं ददातु सोमिनः न क्रोधो न च मात्सर्यं न लोभो नाशुभां मतिः भवन्ति कृतपुण्यानां भक्तानां श्रीसूक्तं जपेत् सरसिजनिलये सरोजहस्ते धवलतलां शुकगन्धमाल्यशोभे भगवती हरिवल्लभे मनोज्ञे त्रिभुवनभूतिकरी प्रसिद्धमह्यम् विष्णुपत्नीं क्षमां देवीं माधवीं माधवप्रियां लक्ष्मीं प्रियसखीं देवीं नमाम्यच्युतवल्लभां महालक्ष्मी च विद्महे विष्णुपत्नी च धीमहि तन्नो लक्ष्मी प्रचोदयात् आनन्दकर्दमः श्रीरचिकलित इति विश्रुताः ऋषयः श्रियपुत्राश्च श्रीदेवी देवता माताः गुणरोगादिदारिद्र्य पापशुद्ध अपमृत्यवः भयशोकमनस्ताप नश्यन्तु मम सर्वदा श्रीवर्चस्वम् आयुष्यम् आरोग्यम् अविधाचोपमाननम् महीयते धान्यम् धनम् पशुम् बहुपुत्रलाभम् शतसंवत्सरम् दीर्घमायुः इति श्री ऋग्वेदोत्तर श्रीसूक्तम् सम्पूर्णम्। साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। வலது கை மடக்கி கொண்டு வருவோம். மெதுவாக சுஷும்னா வழியாக நம்முடைய கவனம் ஆக்ஞா சக்கரம், மெதுவாக கவனம் சஹஸ்ராரத்தில் நிலைநிறுத்துவோம். ஸ்ரீ மாதாஜி श्री सहस्रार स्वामिनी सहज योगदायिनी सर्वशक्तिमयी सर्व सौभाग्य प्रदायिनी தயவு செய்து சர்வ அலங்காரத்தோடு எங்களுடைய சஹஸ்ராரத்துக்குள் வாருங்கள். சஹஸ்ர கமலத்தில் அமருங்கள் தாயே. நாங்கள் முழுமையாக சரணடையும். தங்களுடைய அன்பு சக்தியை எங்களுக்கு உணர செய்யுங்கள். அமைதியும் ஆனந்தமும் உணர செய்யுங்கள் தாயே. கவனம் சஹஸ்ராரமும் இரண்டு கைகளையும் வைத்து அமைதியாக சில நிமிடம் தியானத்தில் இருப்போம். ஜெய் ஸ்ரீ மாதாஜி. கண்களை திறந்து ஸ்ரீ மாதாஜி சொற்பொழிவை கேட்போம்.
It was such a surprise to see you all in that procession. Actually, I was waiting and I thought, why these people are not coming to call me for puja. It was a beautiful surprise. It's very joy-giving. Give me the other one. It's no good, this one. It's all right. The joy was dancing in your eyes. I could see the lights in your eyes. And this is the real Diwali. Diwali word comes from two words, Deepa and Avali. Deepa means, lights, and Avali means rose. Rows and rows of lights. It seems it's a very, very ancient idea. And all over in the world, you see, whenever they have to celebrate something, then they put lights. And lights, because light gives joy, gives happiness. So to overcome the darkness of ignorance, also we have to enlighten ourselves. And that is why it's important that everybody should get self-realization, to feel the light within themselves. And you must have noticed that after realization, the eyes also sparkle. This light in the eyes of every Sahaja. Today is the day when we worship the Lakshmi principle, which is in our Nabhi. Lakshmi principle that is understood, I have told you many a time, described Lakshmi to you, that she stands on a lotus and she has two lotuses in her hands. That means she's so benevolent, so kind, that she doesn't pressurize anyone. But normally you don't find that. Anybody who has money, he just try to pressurize or try to push down. Even in Sahaja Yoga I have seen people like that. If they are little better off, they try to push people, organize them, to control them. As if they think this is a power they have got out of the money that they have. But she herself stands on a lotus. That means on the beauty. The beauty of a being is shown that she doesn't trouble anyone, she can stand on a flower. So the first thing, those who have to worship Lakshmi have to remember one thing, that they are not to pressurize anyone, to push anyone, to control anyone or destroy. But she with her feet on the lotuses nourishes the lotus. Now two hands she has got lotuses. Lotus is a sign of beauty, and they being pink is love. So what does it symbolize? That a person who has Lakshmi, who has money, who has wealth, should be extremely generous, like a lotus which allows a horrible gnat-like black porky poking thigh, little beetle, also to come into it and to sleep. And she provides in the lotus a beautiful bed of comfort to such a person. She is black, he's got thorns in it, but he is coming to rest, surrendered, and then she covers it with her petals and makes it comfortable and protected. So for a person who has money, that should be the temperament. Otherwise he loses his money very fast. Or he is always insecure about his money. He doesn't know what to do. He wants to put money here, hide there, hide there, hide there. And there's no grace about such a person. And the house is such that you never feel comfortable because all the time they are worried the carpet will be spoiled, this will be spoiled, that will be spoiled, that should not be spoiled. What's the use of having such a house which gives you a headache? By common sense. A house should be such where you can live freely, at least a house should be there. But the soon we become materialistic, we get out of our Lakshmi principle. All the beauty of our wealth is finished. I have seen people that even a rat doesn't enter their house, leave alone human beings. They polish their silver, they polish their brass, they polish their furniture, their beautiful house is done with beautiful paper, expensive things. But a rat also doesn't enter. And this is what is the Western materialism is. That we get so much worried about everything. I asked them, why are you so much worried? They said, because it's an investment. We have to sell the house. Everything is an investment. They themselves are investments, I think. How will they enjoy? They cannot enjoy their wealth because everything seems to be an investment. Their heads is an investment, their hair investment, nose investment, ears investment, everything is an investment. What's this of becoming human beings? You are just nothing but investments. Doesn't matter if the house is little bit sold, you get little less priced, what does it matter? After all, you have lived in that house. But I've seen that it's very common that if a guest is sitting and the child spills something, immediately before the guest will start cleaning it. This is very bad manners. What is this carpet worth than a human being? So the Lakshmi principle is to understand that matter is for expression of your love. How much you do for others, how much comfort you can give to others. I have seen some people, I've been to some people, that the Gahalakshmi, the woman who is in the house, won't even look after the tea of the people, nothing, she's just enjoying herself and bothering about the carpets or I don't know, about the soap, about this, about this. So low level, it's not even a humanistic thing. So Lakshmi principle means love. This very few people understand. To them Lakshmi means money in the bank. No, it doesn't. It means money or anything like that to express your love. The another symbolic thing about her is she's a mother. And mother just gives, nirvaj. She doesn't charge any interest for what she gives. She just gives. Her enjoyment is giving. I mean, I always think, what should I cook for you? If I can do this, I can buy this, I can buy this present for you. I mean, Diwali is a good day for me that I can give you so many things that I want to give you. And I love it. Nothing like the joy of giving. If you have more things, it's a headache. It's a headache. But you think that I have to buy this thing now. What should I buy for? Oh, I have to give it to this person. This will fit that person, all right. So it relates to the collective feeling, a very beautiful feeling. So the Western people have to understand that materialism has gone too far into their heads. everything to be insured. For what? But in India, if you have such people, I know, one or two people are like that in a city, small city, then if they see in the morning these people, they'll go and have a bath. Or if they are seeing somebody coming from that side of that kind, they'll just go in the other way around. I asked, I said, Baba, that is when this is a horrible materialistic fellow. Better go this way. But here in the West, what should you do? Everybody is like that. Where should you hide yourself? So we have to realize, in all introspection, we have to realize that we have gone too much into materialism. That doesn't mean that you should not make money. That doesn't mean you should not work. You should be lethargic. That you should say that, Mother has said now, let us be lotus eaters. Not that. Try to understand. If you are making money, it is just to give. Then otherwise your situation will be bad. You will be always insecure about money. And those who have money, instead of feeling secure, they are always shaking like this, I have seen them. So what is the use of having? It's better not to have anything like that shakes you. Better to settle down with a little hut somewhere and enjoy Sahaja Yoga. So Lakshmi Tattva is not money-oriented. Supposing you take a dog or take a donkey and put lots of notes on that, will you call him a Lakshmipati? Or take another human being who has got 10 cars to show off, has got a swanky car, and who is nervous, twitchy. Will you call him a Lakshmipati? There is no grace. In this kind of money that people have. They are crazy. They have no traditions. They have no sweetness, nothing in them. They are dry, as if the whole juice has been taken out of the sugar cane. They are like that. And nobody wants to go to such houses. But to be very frank, in such houses, if I eat, I get vomiting. My Lakshmi doesn't like it. So you should feel obliged that you can give to others. You should feel obliged that you can do for others. This is first sign of a Sahaja Yoga. I should say, but what I've heard from many people, that people don't like to spend any money for Sahaja Yoga. They'll spend for anything else. They'll take some, cosmetics. Or men may buy something expensive, watches and things. But for Sahaja Yoga, they don't want to spend. Now you have to know that Sahaja Yoga is for the emancipation of the whole world. What is this cosmetic going to do for the whole world? Or your watch, what is it going to do? Or the way you dress up, or the way you try to show off, is it going to help the world? You are here to help the world and not to decorate yourself and just to make advantage of Sahaja Yoga. So it's very blissful. Sahaja Yoga is extremely blissful. It gives you first the glimpse of Lakshmi, that it gives you money. You are blessed. And then, that is the first temptation. And you fall, prey, and you go down. So this Lakshmi principle is to be understood in its proper way. For Sahaja Yogis it is very important because it is not so superficial as we think. It is much deeper within us. And when we touch our depth, it shows. Then there are two other symbols we see. With left hand, she gives. I've given this simile many a times that if you open one door, the air won't come in, you have to open the other door. So it circulates. She must give. So all those who have Lakshmi Tattva developed in them, they think of what to give. But they don't give the worst thing that they have. Just like a waste paper basket is a friend. This is useless, I better, instead of throwing, I can give it to that friend. And then friend says, all right, it's very nice, I'll give it to another friend. And all friends are used as waste paper baskets. Whatever is the worst is given. How can you touch your depth? Whatever is the best, if you can give. If you are free to give, you should give the best. So one of the snacks is that we have never learned the art of giving. If we learn the art of giving, then it's so joyous, so beautiful. Because we are very ego-oriented. We understand what gives us joy, but we don't understand what will give joy to others. And when we understand what will give joy to others, then that joy reflects on us much more, 1,000 times. But there is then, as I said, that on the periphery both things work out. From one side are the miserlies, from the other side are the exploiters. So if you become generous, the exploiters are there. So then an antithesis. Another type of people become who get nervous, who don't know what to do, where to. In Sahaja Yoga, you do trust people all the time. You give. Of course, sometimes you are exploited. So it doesn't matter. That's not your lookout. You have not committed any sin. The one who has exploited you has committed the sin and he is going to suffer. So why should you worry? But with the help of this divine power, the one who exploits you will suffer. And you will get 10 times more than what you have lost. This is what it is to be understood by surgeons, that we are now blessed by this divine power. We are not alone. All the time is blessing us. So giving means nothing is mine. My has to be. Even in Sahaja Yoga I was surprised that people in the West who were not attached to their children get very much attached to their children. And they just think about their children and nothing else. This is another kind of selfishness. If you just think of your own children only and nobody else, then the same children will become devils and teach you a lesson. And you will say next time, oh God, don't give me any children. I had enough. But if you make the child collective and teach child to give others and to enjoy that, then from the very childhood the child becomes extremely generous. And generosity is the quality, is of an incarnation, Aishwarya. Aishwarya doesn't mean only the money, the wealth, but generosity excels the money. That is his Aishwarya. And that is the sign of an incarnation and sign of a surgeon. The another hand is like this. That means she gives you protection. If you don't feel protected with money, throw it away. Just run away from it. Headache. But also she gives protection to others. A person who has Lakshmi, he has family, he has children, he has everyone. The worst thing I have seen, that in the West, the parents don't give any money to their children when they grow up. Then don't look after them, but they are so possessive. On the contrary, in India, we give all our lives to our children and we are least possessive. And they are even possessive of the grandchildren. That's why the families are like this here. So the whole system has gone, in a funny way, chaotic. So it is important for Sahaja Yogis to understand that they will, first of all, look after their children, give them whatever they need, nourish them, give them guidance, don't spoil them. And secondly, once they are married and have children, they will not try to possess them and possess their children, their wives. And this protection that is given is the protection of a mother. Say you are working in an office, you are working in a hospital, you are working in a factory, anywhere. All other people who are working under you are your children, are to be treated like that and they have to feel like that. They have to feel it's a family. Try this. My husband, I told him that you treat your office as your family. So early in the morning they used to arrive from Calcutta about say 5 o'clock by plane. And I would myself cook their breakfast and give it to them. They were just ordinary clerks. Because this is how, through the protection, through the care, through the love, you can make them so dynamic. And that is how the Lakshmi Tattva will increase. Otherwise there will be strikes, there will be fights. This is enlightenment. That's why a person who thinks he is capitalistic must understand that a capital is worth nothing if you don't know how to use your Lakshmi principle. That's why they end up in jail, they end up in lunatic asylums, or they become smugglers, or something happens to them. They just go off. They are never respectable. And I haven't seen any statue of a man who has been garlanded for being rich. So if you are rich, nobody is going to respect you. But for generosity, something substantial. What have you done? Something substantial. For others, for the society, for Sahaja. We are working out now ashrams and projects and things and all that. But when it comes to money, Sahaja Yogis think, no, that's not my job. Only I can send my child there. Mother must look after all the children, mother must do this, mother must find out this, she must provide for this, everything she should do. Now what about me? I'll just put money in the bank. Swiss banks, which. So one has to decide how much of my money I am giving for the work of Sahaja Yoga. I don't want your money. No money is to be given for Sahaja Yoga in the sense for your realization. But if you have to have a hall, if you have to have a program, if you have to have an ashram, anything is to be done, you need money. And for that, anybody asks, all right, give £1 each. They won't give. No, why should I give £1? And there's a national competition in there, national competition. It shows that still you have not touched your depth. If you touch your depth, you'd give and you'd enjoy your giving. You must touch your depths. So the enlightenment is yet not complete. Now, I am saying it to you all individually. You introspect yourself and see for yourself. Let us see, count how much money have I given for Sahaja Yoga work. All of us. Individually. Now, it will give me present because you think that gives you blessings. That's not the point. Point is how much money I have kept for Sahaja out of my income. This is the first question of Lakshmi principle. Now, how the Mahalakshmi Tattva comes in? First the Lakshmi. Lakshmi is born out of the sea. Now, why she was born out of the sea? She was born out of the sea because her father is a generous personality. Look at the sea. It spreads its wings all over, gets itself heated up completely so that clouds are made, and these clouds go and bang at those high mountains where it rains. They form the rivers and then they come back to the sea. But all this while the sea contains all the salt within itself. All the salt is within itself. And then it gives salt. Christ has said, you are the salt. What is the salt? Salt which gives the taste to food is your guru principle. You cannot become a guru, you cannot become a leader if you are a miserly person. You cannot. How horrible you would look, just imagine. So she is born out of the guru principle. And this guru principle starts working in you when you have this Lakshmi principle awaken you. Not money, I am not saying money. It's the Lakshmi principle. When you start thinking, what sweet thing I should give to another. When you start thinking, what should I do for others? You have to be extremely sweet, soft, not dry people. How to express my love? So first thing is, as the sea spreads its wings and says, all right, let the sun take away my water. Let me boil. Let it become the clouds. In the same way, you people have to understand that unless and until I allow the sun, that's the spirit, to evaporate this water from me, means to give to others, how will I develop this guru principle within myself? You cannot have salt in the sea water unless until you evaporate it. So you cannot become a guru unless and until you allow the evaporation of this water, of this wealth, the money that you have.
साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माता जी श्री निर्मला देवी நமோ நமः. நாம் அனைவரும் அன்னையின் உரையை மனதில் கொண்டு சில நிமிடம் தியானத்தில் இருப்போம். தாயே, எங்களுக்கான இன்றைய இந்த காலை நீர கூட்டு தியானத்தை தந்தமைக்கு எங்களின் கொடான கொடி நன்றிகளை தங்களுடைய பொற்பாதத்தில் பணிவோடு சமர்ப்பிக்கிறோம். தாயே, தயவு செய்து எங்களுக்கு ஸ்ரீ லக்ஷ்மி தத்துவத்தின் மூலமாக ஸ்ரீ மகாலட்சுமி தத்துவத்தின் நுட்பத்தை உணர வைத்து எப்பொழுதும் தங்களின் கவனத்தில் தயவு செய்து வைத்திருங்கள் அம்மா. தாயே, இன்றைய தியானத்தில் நாங்கள் ஏதேனும் தெரியாமல் தவறுகள் செய்திருந்தால் தயவு செய்து எங்களை மன்னித்து விடுங்கள். ஜெய் ஸ்ரீ மாதாஜி. நம் அனைவரும் அன்னைக்கு நன்றி கூறி வணங்கி குண்டலினி எழுப்பி கூட்டாக வந்தனிட்டுக் கொள்ளலாம்.